Hello, so it is the Hammond stand here, doing a little bit of a different video, doing something actually pretty interesting. So if you've seen my JoJo openings JoJo parts ranked, excuse me. Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, was number 2, and Part 5, Golden Wind, was my favorite. So today, we are doing something called Diamond is Unbreakable versus Golden Wind. So we'll start with the first category, JoJo's. And for the record, the points will not be known until I reveal the winner. So let's start with, I guess, the first section, the JoJo. Alright, so part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable's JoJo is named Josuke Higashikata. I think I pronounced the last name right. I'm really bad at pronouncing Japanese stuff. Josuke is I guess not really a mistake, but results of a love affair between Joseph Joestar and Tomoko Higashikata. Again, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments. So Josuke stand is called Crazy Diamond. I don't use the dub versions. I don't even watch the dub. Mostly because I don't have a way to watch it. I'd like to check it out because I've seen the dub for all the other parts as well as the sub. Watch the sub first and go back and watch the dub and see and compare them basically. Anyway, back on topic. Josuke is a very interesting character. He was the first JoJo to not be jacked up or built like Jotaro, Joseph, or Jonathan. Josuke, I say Josuke is a strong character on his own. I don't mean in terms of strength, I mean in terms of a character. I feel like he's the most, other than when you make fun of his hair, he's one of the more calmer JoJos. And all he really wants to do is kind of just have fun with his friends, which is something I can relate to. Josuke isn't exactly wanting to be involved with all this mess, but he does it because he wants the town of Morio to be safe. So let's move on to Giorno Giovanna. Alrighty, now we have Giorno Giovanna, aka the 5th JoJo. Giorno is the son of Dio and technically Jonathan, which is what makes him a JoJo, as he does have the star on his shoulders or whatever. Giorno's stand is called Golden Experience and can come into the form Golden Experience Requiem. Giorno is a great character, but I think Giorno works better in a group, personally. Josuke works really good in a group as well, but I think Giorno needs the group because Giorno's not the strongest JoJo character-wise. Giorno, as much as I love him as a character, he is very much to me a flat character whose basically only goal is to take down the mafia. But Giorno is one of, if not the strongest JoJo we've ever had, stand-wise, because, god damn, in Golden Experience Requiem versus Diavolo, that was a great fight. Not as good as some other fights, but up there. That was one of the best fights, and definitely the best fight in Part 5. So pretty much with Giorno, that's about all I got on my point with Giorno. Oh, another thing, Giorno's a badass, but that doesn't really need to be pointed out. Now, we're going to go on to the second category, the supporting cast. Alright, and now we have supporting cast. So, Part 4 supporting cast are called the Morio Warriors, which consist of Okuyasu Nijimura, Koichi Hirose, Yokako Yamagishi, Jotaro Kujo, Rohan Kishibe, and I believe that's it of the main people. And then you got people like the stand users that were we have, I don't remember his name, but we have that alien guy. Honestly, Part 4's supporting cast isn't my favorite. We have Part 1's supporting cast, which were barely anyone. Part 2 had Caesar and Lisa, which were... Oh, and Von Stroheim, Speedwagon. But those that was fine. Part 3 was really good with Jotaro, Abdul, Joseph. Oh yeah, Joseph's in the Morio Warriors. And then Stardust is Iggy, Polnareff, Kakyoin. Then we get Part 4. And I was iffy about Part 4 before I even started JoJo, just on the characters. I'll say Josuke is my favorite character of Part 4. But the supporting cast, I still love the supporting cast. I'm not calling out anything. Because Okuyasu is greatness. Rohan's really cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much it with that. I'll head over to Part 5 with their supporting cast. Alright, next we got Part 5 supporting cast, aka Passione, which consists of Narancia, Bruno Bucciarati, Leona Bacchio, Guido Mista, whoever cares Fugo, and Trish. This cast, even just watching it the first time, loved most of them. I loved Bucciarati, Narancia, Mista, and Trish. But Bacchio and Fugo wasn't as big of a fan of. Still like the Bacchio more than Fugo. Fugo can go fuck himself. Other than that, their stands are really cool. I didn't mention stands in Part 4, but that's because I'm not the biggest fan of most of those. But we got Aerosmith, Sticky Fingers, Sex Pistols, Purple Haze, Moody Blues, and Spice Girl. Yeah. And Part 5 supporting cast is really awesome. So next, we're going to move to the villain. Alright, so our villain for Part 4 is Yoshikage Kira. Yoshikage Kira is a serial killer who's killed many women in Morio and has take in their hands and basically become in a sexual relationship with them. Kind of weird, not gonna lie. But his stand, if you've seen my top 10 stands, he has my second favorite stand, which is Killer Queen. Killer Queen has 3 bombs, which is one where Killer Queen just touches something and it allowed to blow up. Second is called Sheer Heart Attack, which is basically a remote control tank that chases after the thing with the highest temperature in the room. And then we have another one, Bites the Dust, which can basically rewind time. So it's like Dio if Dio was more overpowered than he already is. Kira ends up getting defeated at some point and ends up oh my god, I cannot speak. Ends up taking the persona of somebody else. I don't remember this man's name, but I do remember his kid's name, which is Hayato. Kira liked him, but ended up getting cucked by a fucking truck. This man was killed by a truck. Yeah, we're gonna move on now. Alright, next we have Diavolo. Diavolo is a villain. He is the boss of the mafia and is the villain of Par 5. His stand is called King of Crimson. And it can basically fast forward time or do really anything with time. Ends up killing your boy Narancia, Bucciarati, Abacchio, kills all those fuckers. I'm gonna move on though because I don't like Diavolo, to be honest. Bonus points to him though, he didn't get cucked by a truck. Instead he got cucked by a freaking universe that destroys him every 5 minutes. Now we'll move on to stands. This should be a good one. Alright, stand time. So, it happens to be that my 2 favorite stands are from Par 4, which are Crazy Diamond and Killer Queen. Crazy Diamond is not as strong as Star Platinum, but basically Star Platinum, but he can punch something and restore it back to normal. So if someone gets stabbed, he can basically fix it. But he cannot bring someone back to life, as we learn, because Joseph's grandpa was killed by Angelo. Yo Angelo. Sorry, I had to do it. And then Killer Queen. Already talked about Killer Queen, so I'm not going to talk about it again because it's repeating myself. And I kind of noticed I already talked about Part 5's stands, which are all pretty cool. So this segment was basically pointless, so we're going to move on to final thoughts. I'm not going into story because that's going to take forever. There's 39 episodes of this, and I'm currently in the process of rewatching because I'm a dumb person and I forget a lot of things, so I have to rewatch it again. So we're going to go on to final thoughts. Alright, so final thoughts. These 2 parts are some of the best things in my experience to come out of anime. And they're for sure the 2 best JoJo parts. So, the points, the first one, Josuke versus Giorno. point goes to Giorno. Supporting cast, point goes to Golden Wind. Villain, point goes to Diamond is Unbreakable. Stands will go to Golden Wind because there's more. And they're all interesting. So if you notice the score, Golden Wind has more. So, just for giggles, I'll do the winner reveal just because. So here's your winner of Part 4 versus Part 5. Haha! I bet you were not expecting that. So Golden Wind may have more points. But overall, and this goes against my other video, but I was going to update that at some point anyway. Diamond is Unbreakable is my favorite JoJo part now. And here's the funny thing. I gave the point to Giorno because I think he is a better character. But Josuke became my new favorite JoJo character. So, technical point went to Giorno. Actual point would really go to Josuke. Kira's the best villain. The supporting cast I still think goes to Part 5. And the stands still think goes to Part 5. But Part 4 is my favorite JoJo part now. So, there you have it. And I'll see you in the next video. Arrivederci.